What is it and how to write a project charter? Typically, a project comes from an idea or a dream. Then a feasibility study is performed to understand if it is really profitable or feasible for the organizational objectives. Project charter is one of the most important project documents which authorizes the existence of the project. It involves basic information such as project start date, project objectives, end date, etc. A project charter and a project definition document have the same meanings. What is a project charter? Typically, a project comes from an idea or a dream. Then a feasibility study is performed to understand if it is really profitable or feasible for the organizational objectives. If the project is feasible, the organization assigns a project manager to lead the project. At that moment, the project charter is created and given to the project manager to manage and complete the project successfully. The charter typically outlines reasons why the project is undertaken, project objectives, constraints, key stakeholders, major risks, outcomes of the project, budget overview. The project sponsor signs this important document and the project starts after signing. A project charter is a formal and short document that describes the project, project vision, project objectives, and who the stakeholders and participants are. This important project document formally authorizes a project and documents initial requirements that satisfy stakeholders' needs and expectations. Since the project charter contains highly important information such as project title, project manager, project budget, project scope, milestones, etc., it should be created as soon as possible to avoid time loss. How to write a project charter step by step. Step 1. Determine the project vision. The vision of the project should be determined at this step. It is not possible to go to the next step without clearly identify the vision. Also in this step, project scope, objectives, and major project deliverables should be clearly identified. Step 2. Describe the project organization. In this step, customers, stakeholders, roles, responsibilities, and reporting lines should be described clearly. In order to avoid conflicts and problems, a project organization chart should be prepared at this step. Describing the reporting lines within the organization is important. Step 3. Plan the approach to implementation. After determining the project vision and organization structure, a project implementation plan should be prepared. Activities, timeframes of the project's lifecycle, and phases are listed in this process. Project milestones, activity dependencies, mobilization plans, and resource allocation should be effectively planned at this step. Step 4. List the risks and issues. The final step is to identify risks and issues. The identification process of project dangers, issues, premises, and constraints are critical for effective project risk management. What does the project charter include? Typically, a project charter contains the below information: project's name, title, and description, project's purpose, project's scope, project's output, project's manager authority level, targets, project's objectives, project's budget, constraints, assumptions, risks, and dependencies, key milestones, key stakeholders, project's approval criteria, expectations, key aspects and benefits of project charter. Authorizes the existence of the project. Authorizes the project manager and describes the authority level. Determines the project's vision and objectives. Includes the list of key stakeholders. It is a short document, 1 or 2 pages long. It is signed by someone external to the project, from top management. Describes the outcome of the project. Creates a foundation for the project's success. Not that the project charter may be created by the project manager, or the project manager may provide inputs to create this important document. However, he does not have the authority to approve or sign it. Who approves the project charter? The PMBOK guide emphasizes that projects are authorized by someone external to the project, such as a sponsor, PMO, or portfolio steering committee. Therefore, the project sponsors, program managers, portfolio managers, senior managers, directors can sign the project charter. Generally speaking, anyone above the level of the project manager can sign it. The project manager cannot sign this document.